Oh my goodness. I'm in the black void. Why does this always happen? Welcome everyone. Is it going to come back? I need to encourage it. Give us a sec. Hey, there it is in the distance. Come back to me. And we did it. All right. Welcome everybody. It is just gone 7 o'clock, 22nd of February. It's a Saturday. So, what are we doing? Hello, Full Dive. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Fernicar. Thank you so much for sitting in and waiting. So, what are we looking at? We're looking at the results of one of the LoRa's that we trained yesterday. We're going to be taking a look at a couple of more of the results of those LoRa's. I've got them all set up in my AAA testing folder, which we always use when we're going to test a bunch of LoRa's. But the main thing we're going to take a look at first is the Runpods are updated. So let me see if I go to my templates. There's a new template called Hunyuan video. Okay. Now, on my GitHub, I just want to show you how it works. All right. We've been through this before, so this would be more for the benefit of new people, but you know, it's always worth looking at. So, inside my Runpod init workflow, we have the provisioning scripts. So when you look at these templates, inside of them they have environment variables, and one of them is the provisioning script, and that would be linked to the raw. So if we go into high video, you'll see there's default.sh, and it has to be the raw link which is used. It's getting there. And while it's getting there, I'll just explain. You put that raw link to the file here, user, password, you can configure this. And then last thing is, this is a new thing as well, is Runpod secret HF. HF is the name of your secret. So when you go into secrets, you should make one called HF, which contains your Hugging Face read key. Okay. I've put a link for this on the GitHub front page, along with a little sort of notification that the rest of them are currently unstable, and I'll show you why, because we figured it out. If we take a look at the config for high video, it becomes apparent. So remember, join the Discord, links in the description. If I go into the inside line, I left a little note for myself about this. So the models we're downloading to Workspace Storage Stable Diffusion Models, which is an old location for the old, so they've changed the container. Now they just go to Workspace Comfy UI. So that meant I didn't need to type in this, I just needed to type this. So if when we take a look at the workings of this script, as you can see now it says Comfy UI models. So it's actually easier to set up this way. Okay. Fernica, I told you models isn't required. No, models was required. Models was required. What wasn't required was storage stable diffusion. So what it ended up being was comfy UI where all that goes. So you still have to have models to make sure that each thing is put in the right place. Yeah, but you were correct that it was the path. So you know you weren't wrong, but we did need models. We just needed to get rid of all of the rest of it and just put comfy UI there. And now that works perfectly. Another thing which I'm testing today is that when you actually download, we're using no clobber. So if you've already got a network space set up with it installed, it shouldn't download the big juff every time. But we're going to test that out because I haven't actually seen that work yet. Okay, it's just that's the last change I made, was to try to make, because I thought, why am I downloading? Because if you look inside your container, it's actually downloading it over and over and over again, and it's filling up the space. You have to delete it. So I'm like, eh. Anyway, let's take a look at the options that we've got available to us, shall we? This is pretty simple. So if I go to, where is it? Storage. Now you can create a new network name. I'm going to show you this real quick. So if we say you've got to, this is the game you have to play. Okay, so whatever GPU you want to run has to be available at the data center, otherwise the storage can't hook up. So I pick USGA2 because I know I want to pick an H100. Okay, but if you wanted to pick something else like a 4090, you might go with Texas. So that's the sort of game you're playing here. Now I go with 50 gigabytes. It's probably more than you need, but it'll definitely be enough to download everything and then have ample storage for some videos that you're going to generate. Okay, so you give that a name, and that's how I made this. Why is it 100? Oh, this is 100. So if you have 50, it's actually $350 a month. I think I've got 100 because I was testing that duplicating JUF thing. Anyway, you click deploy on the thing that you've built, and then obviously it's going to give you the options. So we're going to do the H100, okay? 80 gigabytes of VRAM. We already have the template selected, but you could obviously change template, find it, DJZ Comfy Hunyuan video. Okay, and then we say deploy. It's actually pretty simple to use this system. Network volume not found. Uh-oh. Oh, hang on. I know what happened. I hadn't pressed refresh. So that one doesn't exist anymore. Hang on a minute. Typical. Right. Let's go back to storage again. There we go. Now it's on 350. Okay, so do you know what we're going to do real quick? Let me just set this up. If we have to go through it again, I may as well do something I haven't done yet. Here we go. Oh, wait. We're almost there. Templates. Storage. Yeah, see, now that's the actual one. 350. Okay, so we should start off at templates. Have Runpod in it like this. Move that over there a bit. There we go. What's all this about? Nothing to do with what we're looking at. I'd say like this. Just thinking, I think that the music is actually not even on this computer. Haha! Right, that's perfect. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Today I want to give you a little update on Runpod Init, which is my project giving you Runpod templates. You will notice that some of them are currently unstable, but don't worry, we're fixing them all today on the live show. And if you didn't know we did live shows, you should definitely click on the live tab and check them out. We're usually up every day, 7 o'clock. Obviously Sundays, Thursdays, we just do a Discord hangout. That's at the same time. So don't forget to drop by. check it out. There is a link in the description if you want to join our Discord, so don't forget about that. And let's get into it. Excuse me, I need to drink some coffee. That's a little bit better. Okay. So, what I've done is I've built a Hunyuan video comfy UI Runpod. Okay, there's a couple of things that you'll have to do if you want to take advantage of this one. So obviously if we click on the link, there's a link in the description to the Runpod, and there's a link in the description for the GitHub. Now obviously when you use Runpod, you're going to want to have a storage. So I've created one, 50 gigabytes for $3.50 a month. There is a little bit of a game you have to play when you do the network storage, mostly because you've got to pick the location that has the hardware that you want to use. For me, I've gone with GA2 because I want to use the H100SXM. So give it a name, type in 50, and that'll be $3.50 a month storage. If you have it for the whole month, that is. Once you've done that, you've now got a place which is going to save comfy UI and all the models and all of your outputs. So even if you kill the pod, it's still there. Click deploy. Now obviously we have only got these options because those are what were available at that location, so we're going to pick H100SXM. I've got my DJZ Comfy Hunyuan video already selected in the template. You can search for it if it's not there, and then you go deploy on demand. Okay, there was one thing which you can do, which is to go into secrets and then create a secret called HF and put your Hugging Face read key in. And the template is already preset to read that if it needs to download anything, you know, which needs a read key. Now inside the default which is also a parameter of this template, if you open up the template, you can override it and use a different version of this script if you want. But what I've done is I've given you everything that you need to get started creating 1280 by 720p, 4-second or more. I think I could do 5-second videos. They just took a little while longer. So here we have, and you can obviously load in your LoRa's and things like that. So this is all the custom nodes. If you are missing any, just enter them into this list, just like this. Okay. Let's see, what else have we got? Diffusion models. There's the GGUF file. It shouldn't download this over and over again. It should be set to just download it once and then not again every time you start it, but I'm testing that today on the live stream. And then obviously you've got your text encoders. I've included all of my LoRa models here, but you can go ahead and add, they've got to be Hugging Face links, I think, but I think Civet AI does work. I'll have to add some information on how to add the Civet AI token if you have to do that. I'm not sure because I only use Hugging Face links for this downloading, but I'm pretty sure it can use downloading from Civet. You got the VAE, and that's it. Okay, that's all it is. So obviously when you build it, it's going to first extract the container, and then once this is finished, it's going to run the container and actually create your Comfy UI instance. And when this is ready, we'll jump in. All right. I think I've almost caught up with myself. Because essentially, I'm off. I'm not recording. But basically, what it is right here is, it was just this path that needed to change. So the job I have today is basically to, you know, download this repo, get it in VS Code, and then make the same changes. I'll probably do it myself. There's no real need to use AI for that. He'll probably just like try to make it better or something. Just to clarify, Runpod requires credit card or money. Yes, because you are hiring the best GPUs in the world. You can even hire H200, which is like, you know, the 5090 enterprise grade. Well, it's bigger than that. It's like 100. Here, let me show you. Let me show you. It's actually crazy when you actually look at the options. If I go to pods and deploy again, look at this. Look at that. H200 SXM for $3.99 an hour, 141 gigabytes of RAM with 283 gigabytes of system RAM and 24 CPU. It's nuts. Nutso. But at the other end of the scale, okay, this is all current gen. See, latest gen. If you go back to the last gen, it gets a lot cheaper. So look at this. There's an RTX A5000, which has 24 gigabytes of VRAM, and it's only 36. That's not bad. That's pretty good value. I think the A40 is probably the best value at 0.44 an hour for 48 gigabytes of VRAM. In fact, I should probably spin up on the A40 and see what the difference in time is. It'll be slower, you know, it will be slower, but look at the difference in price. It's like that, you could run that for a couple of hours and not really care. This, you run this for a couple of hours and you're like, I'm starting to feel the weight. Because, you know, how much do you really have to spend on something like that if you're not making something that's gonna make money? But yeah, that's my point. So 44 cents an hour for 48 gigabytes on the A40. Like I said, it won't be as fast as the H100, but yeah. So, do you know what? I'm just going to do a little bit about that real quick. When we look at the capabilities on offer here, obviously we've got the H200 with 141 gigabytes of VRAM for $3.99 an hour. But then we do go down to the last generation A40 at 44 cents an hour for 48 gigabytes of VRAM. And this should be enough, in fact, for just about everything that we're going to do today. It'll just be a little bit slower. There you go. The thing is, we're paying per time, right? So like, this is how much, this is 6 times cheaper, yeah? This is more than 6 times cheaper. But what if that's 6 times faster? I know it's not, but you have to keep in mind that, you know, if you're going to be generating it, say it takes an hour to make 4 videos, right? That's $3.99 for 4 videos. But if this takes 6 hours to do the same thing, you might just be looking at swings and roundabouts. So you've got to watch out for that. I think you'll be okay. I think this is actually, I don't think it's that slow. All right. I think it's actually fine. Another one, of course, is the A100 SXM, which is also 80 gigabyte. I mean, do you really need 80 gigabyte? I think you definitely need somewhere around that, because the video, you know, the video is like crazy. If you want to make it bigger and longer, anyway, for lack of a better joke. Okay. So how are we looking? Still building it? Or is it not even there yet? There we go. Container begin. Oh. Oh, I talked long enough for it to start up. Okay. So, when you can see in the container log, go to the GUI, like Comfy's ready to roll, go ahead and click connect. And then I'm going to click on the 8188 version, but it's always going to take us to the user, and it's going to be user and password by default, unless you changed it, because you can override that. And if you go into Jupyter Notebook, you can see all the files, but we're just going to go we're just going to go to the Comfy UI. Now, I've already run this before, but the first time you run it, use the manager to do update Comfy UI and then restart with Comfy Manager. You don't need to restart the server or the pod or anything. You can do it all inside. So just click on Manager. Oh. It's missing some data. No, it's fine. It's fine. So it's trying to download the default checkpoint. It's fine. So if I go to update Comfy and then it'll update and it will say restart. So then you'll click on restart, and then it'll come up and say refresh, and you'll refresh, and then you'll have this latest version of Comfy with all the trimmings, right? And then what I recommend you do is just drop in my latest workflow. I did put this one in the inside line. It's also in my collection on GitHub. There it is, native Runpod lines. So we'll just download that real quick. Okay, that's a different thing. All right, drop that in, and there you go. You should be ready to go because your model is in the right place, your clip is in the right place, your VAE is in the right place, and the LoRa's are in the right place, and you'll have my prompt list ready to go. And it's, like I said, preset 1280, 768. I'm going to put that up to 97 because I think it's fine. 121 was a little bit less. You didn't get a good video every time. The longer it gets, the more likely it will collapse. Okay, and that is pretty much all you need to know. So then I just put it on instant and go. All right, stop recording again. So what's this? Recording, reading the comments. Furnicar, assuming you have an RTX 3090 and you play GTA for about 1,000 hours, the full content, how much does that playtime represent? Well, I did 4,000 hours running modded servers, and there's still stuff I haven't seen in that game. But I'm not sure how that relates to what we're looking at. Because I suspect the 3090, play the hell out of it, it's cheaper than Runpod. It is cheaper. It is cheaper. Okay. Yeah, after you still, yeah. It's always cheaper to do it locally. But right now, even with a 4090, you can't do 1280 by 768 for 4 seconds. It blows up. You can't do it. You can't do it. Not without drastic... look, we're on 30 steps as well. I should probably put that down to 20, actually. Just for the sake of time. It will take a lot longer. Right, let's just show off that in the video form. Okay. So if you take a look at some of the settings here, because even on a 4090 you can't actually do 1280 by 768 for 4 seconds. It will run out of memory. But when you're in the cloud using a lot of VRAM like this, you can easily get away with that. But it will still take time. We had this video that's cooking right now on 30 steps, so I've put it down to 20. You will obviously get better quality with higher steps, but it will take a lot longer. And just to give you an idea of how much longer, if we take a look at this video here, this is 293 seconds, H100 SXM for all of these. This is 20 steps, 1280 by 768 for 3 seconds. The result is good, okay? But it took 293 seconds with 20 steps. Going up to 30 steps, now it takes 475 seconds. Again, the result is good. I did another one with a different seed and a different prompt. The result was really good, okay? So then I thought, okay, well, what if we reduce the steps, but we go up to 5 seconds? And that's how we get this video. Again, it's really good, but it took 764 seconds, okay? So that's just to give you an idea of, you know, how long things might actually take, because we are paying per minute. It's $3 an hour, so you can work that out, right? Essentially, anyway, is what I'd like to point. I just want to point that out. So what we're actually going to do is we're not going to burn all of our credit today, because I know the Runpod works, and if you want to use it, the template's up. You can just start it, come straight in here, drop my blueprint in, and just get cooking, okay? Obviously, you can use your own prompt list. You can disable this and just use whatever you want to type. You can do all the same stuff you would do in a normal Comfy, okay? So this is, as I'm saying, done. Somebody said to me, can we get a Runpod? Because I've got other Runpods. And then it occurred to me that they're all broken. So we're going to fix those, okay? So by the time you're seeing this, they're going to all be fixed. We would have been doing it on the live stream. If you want to see how they were fixed, or you're interested in that, why not join the live stream? Okay, just to get an idea of what the results actually look like. If we take a look at my always delays. Maybe Furnicar. Furnicar just said, I just got an epiphany. The consumer video card will no longer be available by 2030 and we'll all be paying for online services. That's right. That will be true, but it also won't be true. But, it's going to be both things. It'll be both things at the same time. So video cards will be available, but they'll be either really expensive or really huge. But then again, the cloud services will be so good, a lot of people won't justify buying them. Just like now, there's like a split, isn't there? Some people are like, video cards are a waste of money. I can just get the cloud. Yeah. So I think it's just going to be like two separate markets, and both things are just going to keep getting better. I don't know. But I understand what you mean. In a perfect world, they could just skim us on the credits forever. But I think there's always going to be a huge demand for people that want to build, and they don't want to pay per hour. They want to just put investment into the hardware. Depends. It really depends. If there was a massive chip shortage, they might just turn around and say we can't sell them to the public anymore, and then you're screwed, aren't you? Which one is anti-consumer? Well, you could argue that if there's more competition in cloud services, that's better for the consumer. It's a complicated question. It's a complicated question. Because, like, if there were more cloud services and they were more competitive, the price would just come down, okay? But companies and open source will not mix. Yeah, well, you need to have, if you're a company, you need a unique selling point. And if you're open source, you can't, you can't keep that secret. So then other people will copy it. And then now you've got competition. So now your unique selling point isn't unique, and you know what I mean? It's a bit of a challenge for any business, really. Right. So anyway, how's this video coming along? See what I mean? It's not fast. I would actually say, well, do you know what? I'm not going to put it, because the thing is, I don't generate video this big. I have to generate like 704 by something small to get 3 seconds. And I can't get 4. If I go for 4, it crashes at half the resolution on a 4090. So what I'm thinking, and I'm running Gguff as well, I probably could have quantized this, but we're in the cloud right now, so it doesn't matter. On my PC, I mean. But yeah, we're going to make this video. I think what would be worth doing though is just getting set up real quick over here, because this is like out of date now. So Runpod init. Right, so this is the current version. Okay, so we're in business. I think it cost me about $10 of constantly creating them over and over and over again until it is just a smooth template that you can just open up and use. It probably costs a couple of dollars, maybe $1 to actually just set it up. Because it takes time to install everything, but by the time you're actually into it, I just, like I said, leave it on instant. and just save them out. But you can download them from the Jupyter section as well. You know, this thing, Jupyter Notebook, you can just go in there and download them manually from the outputs folder like you normally would. So yeah, this works well. It's a good system, but what I really want to do is finish off this section and build an LTX version. Okay? Let's see what everyone's saying in the comments over here. Full Dive Media, companies with open source will not mix. Kind of like DeepSeek, it's open source, but the paid plan is cheap. But then again, you could say that's just a strategy, isn't it? You know, bottom the market. So it's like, if it didn't cost you $1 billion, then you don't need to charge what they're charging. And then that's why the stock price dropped as well, by the way, because people were like, wait, you mean people can do this for cheaper? Oh no. And then it's like, you know, suddenly it's not like such a big expensive thing. And I think somebody recently released a new model which is 405 billion parameters versus the new 1 billion parameter version. Yeah. And it beat it in all the performance. So it's not quantized. They trained it in a different way. So they managed to get a 1 billion parameter to perform like a 405 billion parameter. This is like, there's breakthroughs like this happening all the time. It's actually crazy hard to keep up with, guys. And to be honest, if I didn't get you guys posting in the GitHub, you know, I probably wouldn't be able to keep up with it either. I do my best. If DJZ were president, this would change for the better. I'm not sure what I'd be president of in order to change things, but I appreciate the sentiment. I already know what happens when you elect me president, those guys. I did it in a different dimension. What happens is the deep state that also get elected with my runover votes, right? So my runover votes elect a bunch of other people, and they're all corrupt, and they vote me out on the first day. That's what happens. It's a cold world we live in. So it's like everyone votes for, you know, everyone votes for Johnson, but bad times, you know. It's all good though. These things take place. It's just like, that's the irony of life, you know. Ooh. You get taken out by the deep state. Anyway. Or whatever, shady, whatever. The Illuminati. Whoever you want. Pick one. The ghosts got him. That's what happens. But yeah, you can, it's all documented as well. The law's pretty deep though. It's like 2,300 episodes worth. I wouldn't want to bore you. We do this now. Uh-oh. What just happened? Did you see that? It disconnected and it reconnected. I get scared about stuff like that. Let's check the logs. Token indices is too long. Oh, that's okay. Oh, it's doing something. Yep. It's putting the video together. Oh, wait. Didn't we already do this? I thought we were at this stage. Alright, fine. Let it keep cooking. So eventually we'll get a video. But you see how much slower it is though? The 4090, I think, well, it's hard to compare because obviously I'm making half size video. This is why I was thinking, right? It might be worth... Should we set up a race? Evolution. That'd be funny. Let's do it. Let's do it. Where is it? CPU, GPU. CPU, GPU. And then we need like some race music or something. You experience cuts in the streaming when you log shock. Ah, yeah, that's because I'm doing secret clips for the main channel on the side. That's probably what that is. Should probably have like a red light that only the stream can see. You know, like recording light or something. I think I probably can do that actually. I could probably put like, you know, I could put Mini-Me in the corner. Just yeah, stuff and things. I'll probably do that. Probably just like, yeah. So it's like, some glitches may occur. Oh, it's done. Is it trying to make another one? Yeah, we want to stop that so we can make it race. See what I mean? This is sick. This is sick. That's good video. Very good video, actually. Surprisingly good video. It's like, wow, actually. So, can we get it like a little bit bigger though? There we go. Maybe it's less wow when you can see more of it. That looks cool. Whoa. There you go. Okay. So let's just minimize that for a minute. Jiggery pokery. Okay. Right. Okay. So once you get your result, obviously you can just do save preview, or you can go to the Jupyter Notebook and download it in there. Either way, that's pretty much how you use it. So look out for the updates on all of the current init templates. So we're going to have fixed, Comfy UI, Koya, one trainer, Mochi, and we're probably going to add in LTX as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. All right. Whoa. Okay. That'll do. Excuse me. So, 854 seconds. That's a long time, guys. 854 seconds. That's crazy amount of time. 600 seconds is 10 minutes. So we're nearly talking 15 minutes. So yeah, you can make big, cool video, but 15 minutes? So like, remember when I said you might only make 4 videos in an hour? So $3 for 4 videos. Oof. So, yes, you can use big GPU. Is it really a good idea? He says, shouldn't you pause Runpod when you're not using it? You don't really have a pause button as far as I can tell, mate. You can terminate it. Yeah. You can terminate it when you're not using it, but we are using it. We literally just finished making a video. Anyway, our thing is open, so now we get to do the thing that I was trying to do, which is this. This will be for the stream. So here we have the same template. It's the same one, okay? So I'm going to put in 20. Change that to Tokyo. Just going to set this up real quick. In fact, hang on a minute. I can do better than this. Drop in the same one. There you go. It's the same one now. So prompt 20 and fixed. And then seed 20. Where's the seed 20 gone? Where's the seed at? It's over here. Seed 20. I just want to keep it under control. Okay. Whoops. 20. And 20. Okay. So same prompt, same seed. Same LoRa, same model, same everything. Same everything. Except 73, 73, and then we need to get 704 by 384, okay? Because then we can actually compare. Wait, what? Yeah. 704. No, that's supposed to be 384. Damn it. I knew I messed something up. 704. 704, 384. Yeah? Everything's the same. Okay? Same seed, same prompt, same everything. Only difference is, on the right, 4090. On the left, H100. Okay? So, let's get it. Obviously, they've got their own individual timers, yeah? We're not like... I'm not bothered about whether it started up in sync or anything like that. But once we're done, this is the last test. Oh, crap. The model was... Oh, well, it's fine, it's fine. Nah, damn it. The model was... Damn it. He got me. So we're going to have to do a warm test. Damn it. I forgot. This guy's cold, isn't he? That's my bad. So it's not just one video, it's two. This is going pretty quick, though. Holy crap. Like, this hasn't even loaded yet. I forgot that the model is already hot here. It's my bad. Oh. Okay, so... Bit glitchy, because it's low res. Okay, bit glitchy. But not bad. Not bad. I mean, this is the point where I'd probably say... Push up the steps to try and compensate for the glitchiness. See the grill? The grill's kind of weird. I mean, it could just be like a plate custom. Car looks good though. Bit squished too, and a little bit of weirdness going on over here. But you see what I mean? Other than that, that's actually got all the style. Very low camber. It's a chaser. It's white. It's got some gang signs. Okay. Drag and drop the video from before, load the same JSON. Yeah, I reckon it would, but I'm trying to reduce the dimensions, so I needed to basically make sure I had the same and then look, because I just want to compare the speed. And if I'm being honest, this is way faster. The cloud is way faster, but as soon as you make the resolution bigger, obviously it's slowing down again, right? You see what I mean? So you can get the higher resolution generations in the cloud, which you can't get on local, but that makes it slower because it's bigger, you know. But it is higher quality though, so it is worth doing. You know, you do get better quality video, right? So it's like, ideally, you want to generate in 1280 by 720 because that's what the model is based on. Yeah? So we're all generating in like 704 by 384 and upscaling and stuff because the system can't actually run 1280. Anyway, it's quite clear at this point which is quicker. So what I'll do is I'll just check the actual log so you can look at the number. So this last video took 42 seconds, okay, and that's going to take about just over 2 minutes on my 4090. So you can see immediately the H100 is about 4 times as fast for this particular job. Yeah, task for task, it's about 4 times the speed. So, you know, if you were to try and make the videos that you're making in the Runpod, it would take you the hour. Yeah, it would take you an hour to make what you make in 15 minutes. Okay? So, you know. What's this? Is that John Wick? John the Wicker! I forgot to change the LoRa. Anyway. I forgot to change the LoRa. My bad. Should be on that one. It's probably going to reload the model again and everything. Yeah, we flummoxed the test, but the speed is apparent. let's have a look. Now it's hot, so even though I changed the LoRa, so it's not, it's technically whatever. Right. Anyway, we're burning time on this side, okay? I should save it as I have paid for it, but not the best. It's a good gen, but I've done better. Right, let's just kill this now. So how do you close it? I should probably mention that in the video. I forgot to mention that in the video, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so, you know, time travel Johnson here. Don't forget to... Well, I'll just edit it. Okay. So, once you've finished, close everything down and don't forget to go to your Runpod console in pods and terminate it. Don't worry, because your network volume will still be intact. It's just the actual container, which you are paying per minute for, so don't forget to turn that off. And also, don't forget... Where's the rest of the website gone? There it is. Ridiculous. Okay. And don't forget that your storage, you are paying for that monthly as well. So if you didn't get everything out of it, you'll have to spin up a new pod to get everything out of it. If you did get everything out of it, it doesn't hurt to just delete it. But if you're going to run the pod again soon, it will be a little bit quicker to start up if you have one of these. Okay? All right. Sweet. So, yeah, that's everything I needed to do with that. Oh. There we go. Confirm. All right. Cool. So, like I said, it's coffee time. Let's have a look at this. Maybe you need a VRAM monitor for the Runpod so you can avoid overflow. Oh, right. So maybe we could choose cheaper. Well, because that's the thing. You can experiment with choosing cheaper hardware, and you might still be able to get away with it. I reckon it's possible to do what we were just doing on the A100. Okay. Oh, thanks, Fernica. I really appreciate that, because it's a little experiment we're running this all weekend. It's going to be, we're going to record live channel, we're going to record main channel tutorials, and then I can skip in and out and give you guys a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. But yeah, it's coffee time, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at this together, okay? And we're basically going to just, it's so easy what we're about to do. And we'll go over what we're doing in detail and stuff, okay? But, you know, the long and short of it is we're going to create an LTX environment next. And we're going to go for super efficiency, and we're going to see how long we can get out just by giving it lots of VRAM. So we're essentially overpowering LTX to see what we can get away with. I think 720p I reckon 720p is assured, because you can do that on the 4090 already. I mean, it's 4 times faster. So maybe we could try generating. Look, this might be. Does anybody know if there's a limit to LTX's maximum generation length? If anybody knows, put it in the chat while I'm making my coffee, but we're going to try silly things and see what we can get away with. 10 seconds is guaranteed. I can do that already on local. So that means we've either got to try and expand the dimensions or increase the length. Okay. And it's going to be so fast as well. I actually can't wait to do this. I deliberately made Hunyuan first because I know LTX is it's going to be better, I think. In a way, in many ways, it's going to be better. Tell you what, while we were waiting, I could put on some of the What's it doing? What's it doing? It has to open a window to make the download. Man. Man, my internet is not good. What's going on? Internet, dude. Okay. There we go. Can you do full screen? It's only 720p, so I shouldn't stretch it. Yeah, I'm watching this because obviously we make AI everything. I got a lot of funk music. I'd like to generate some video for some of the tracks. So, you know, it's like task oriented, I guess. Ah, the coffee, please. Right. That's what I needed. Okay. Let's get this out of the way, and we're not looking at that right now. Okay, so we've got no network storage right now, okay? So now we're moving into the next segment. So, welcome. Thanks everybody for joining and sticking around. Hello, Amir. Thank you very much. Cookie Cheese is back with the Nespresso. Yeah, essentially, Nespresso. Do you know what the funny thing is, right? I used to pay like $4 for a coffee at a coffee shop in the morning. Get one of these machines, it's like 30p. You get like 30 coffees for $4. You know, same price, whatever. So I'm just like, listen, whatever, yeah. just buy a machine. If you like coffee, just buy a machine. It doesn't even have to be expensive. Anyway, so yes. And thank you, Amir, for coming by and hanging out. Or even just stopping by to say that. Thank you. Okay, let's get rid of that. So what we're going to eventually make a new network volume, but before we do that, we need to kind of get it ready, okay? And so to explain like what that actually is, how that works, I need to see if these guys still exist. Yes, they still exist. Good. So what AI Doc does is they maintain a collection of containerized AI tools, okay? So what we can do is we can use their Comfy UI container and build on top of it, which is that's what I teach people to do when they want to use Runpod with Comfy, okay? And we've got here's the actual information. It says you should use a provisioning script, and that's what we're going to be talking about. But they have got examples, so here are all of the environment variables that you can use. See, there's the HF token, okay? It actually is just a secret now, but don't worry about that. There's all these different things you can do. Okay. So I'm not going to go into this. I just wanted to explain that there's much more information if you want to look into it, when you want to look at how to make your own provisioning scripts. Okay, now what I've got is Comfy UI, Koya, One Trainer, Mochi, all right, and these are all quite old. So I'm going to apply the same fixes that I used to build the Hunyuan video to these, all right, and at the same time we're going to create a new one, Comfy UI LTX video, right? It sounds pretty straightforward because it really is. I've just cloned this package. So here we have VS Code with Klein. We're probably not going to need Klein all that much, if at all. But I still think it's, you know, it's good practice if you're going to be doing coding and stuff. Just use a tool that you're comfortable with, okay? But I do think this is a great one. So we've got high video up here. So obviously we're going to make a new... No, not there. Not there. Here. Yeah, I was in the right place, actually. So it's going to be LTXV. Okay, and I'm just going to copy. I'm going to copy the high video one because it's the most up to date into the LTXV folder, just like that. Nice and easy. Don't need to mess around. So now, if I just close all of them, I don't want to get confused. Let's just open this one up, right? So this is going to be the LTX. No, it's not. It says high video. This is the one. It says there LTXV, so you know. All right. Now, I said I wanted to fix the other ones, so I'm going to leave this one as the leftmost tab. I'm just going to open up the rest of them real quick. So red is experimental, so I don't need to do that one. Even though I'll probably just duplicate it in there, and yeah, you'll see. Same there with red again. Because the change won't affect much. Ah, yes, that one. So we got Donut Mochi, DJZ in it. I guess the rest of them have completely different scripts somewhere else. I'm not sure what I've done. Vanilla, red. I'm gonna have to look, but I know I need to change. I need to fix these. So this is the main comfy one, right? So it's actually really quite simple. In the end, all it was they had changed the binding paths. So all we have to do is actually just type comfy UI into a few spots, and then the whole script's fixed. Just like that. So in fact, we could just do Control H. And that's it, done. Save that. So obviously with the fix in my copy buffer, if I highlight the error and press Control H, this is the bit I want to replace. Yeah. Next. So like I said, the fix is super easy. Do you know what I mean? Don't even need AI for that. I mean, it's almost worth just patching the reds as well. You never know. There might have been something important in there. Okay. Red, Runpod, Mochi. Okay, so they're all done. That's literally all it was. I mean, the only other thing was the clobber stuff. Non-clobber to stop it from overwriting the model every time you download it. So let's close that. Okay. And so how do I know what I need, right? Because it's not obvious, is it? How do you know what you need? Well, I tell you what you don't need. You don't need my Hunyuan LoRa's, because they're not even for the right model, right? You don't need the Hunyuan VAE. You don't need... Well, you might need one of them, but let's just take them both off. So you don't need any of that stuff, okay? Probably don't even, do you know what? You probably don't need my workflows. You don't need the Hunyuan video wrapper. You don't need the empty Hunyuan latent. We will, I don't know do we use Giguff? I think we do, don't we? So now it's time to look in my folders. So if we go into Comfy UI and then into models, let's just have a look at checkpoints first, so I can see an LTX right there. Okay, So I have got an LTX 2 billion 0.9.1 in my checkpoints folder. So that's probably the comfy checkpoint that contains the clip and the VAE. Probably. Don't know. Probably. If we take a look into fusion models, we've got LTX Dream Diffusion, which is a little bit nicer. That's a fine tune. And that one is also 5.5, so I reckon that also contains the clip and the VAE. So this is nice because it's one file, it's portable, right? And then we also have the 2 billion 9.1 gigafid Q8, which is smaller, but then you'll have to go ahead and get the, you'll have to get the VAE and the clip on your own. So what we can do is we can probably make all of them available as options in the config. So now we just have to do a little bit of hunting. So LTX video GGUF, we'll go for the GGUF first. And I'm looking for Hugging Face, really. I hope I can find it on there. So, oh, yeah, here we go. City 96 gigafs. Amir says, sorry for some off topic. I want to ask what you can suggest for vid to vid. I usually do animated diff, but I think the method is outdated. Well, the best way to do vid to vid, it depends what it is you're doing. If you're doing Hunyuan, you want to consider training a LoRa, even if it's just a style. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like specific people or objects, just a style LoRa, so you can use that on your generations to make it closer to what you want. And then obviously you would gather samples of what you want and train that first. And then you can have your text and, then you can have your text to image. Video to video is a little bit of a funny one because what we really need is we need a bunch of control nets and things like that to guide it. Image to video has been something which is really taking off lately. Cosmos is really good. I would say Cosmos is really good, but it's a little bit less realistic. Hunyuan is probably the most realistic, but it takes a long time. It's the best quality, takes a long time. And then LTXV is fastest, but sometimes it doesn't know what you're trying to do, is all I'll say. And each tool has its own set of, different nodes that you can use to do different things. Like there's a whole arena of image to video LoRa's and custom nodes now, which you can use to try and do all of that. I'm still waiting for Hunyuan to release their official image to video model, or their official image to video, whatever it is. Like they always said they were going to do that. So I have faith they're going to do that. And I think that maybe the way that they're doing it is different from the ways that are out right now, because we've seen this before in the past where everybody tries to make image to image for a model that didn't come with it, and then it finally comes out and then you all forget about the other ways. So we'll see what happens, but I think that I mean, look, at the moment you could just use Kling, but I'm talking about local models. Kling or Runway are actually great choices though. Okay. Let's grab that link. So I want the Q8, that's this one. Copy that away, copy it from there. Copy that link. And this is going into diffusion models. Like that. We don't need the download true, but we do want it to be a resolve path. Okay. And then can we get Dream Diffusion 3B? It's on C-Art. Is it on Hugging Face? Probably not. I don't think they are. Alright, well, we'll just go with the base for now. It's okay. That's the base. We do want to get the checkpoint version though. What was the name of the checkpoint? LTX 0.9.1 safe tensors. Light tricks. Where's Comfy? Doesn't Comfy Org have one? I swear they do. Comfy Org, hugging. I think that's where I got mine. Let's check. Maybe. Well, that's not all of them. Come on, where's the rest? That can't be right. Mochi. Hunyuan. Huh? So, okay. All right. Comfy UI examples. We'll get there. So video, right? Light tricks. So download the safe tensors. Okay. So and put it in your checkpoints folder. But then you have to go and get everything anyway. So it's not a combined checkpoint. So I'll just stick with the guff. And then we need T5XXL. Isn't there more than that? It's not just that, is it? I'm gonna have to get my local up and check. Yeah, we've closed that, so this is my local. Right, so need an LTX workflow. Doop, 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 doop. Right. Is Zoda. I think the latest ones were the face swap stuff, unless I brought something else out since then. So yeah, it's just the face swap without the, just don't use it. Yeah. Version 200. Download that. Man, that's a long day. Whoa. It's not even... It's weird. Very strange behavior on the computer lately. It's probably because it's just overloaded again. Yeah, it happens. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop this in and see what we got. Oh, look, see, there's a bunch of stuff I don't even have right now. So, first of all, Guff is there. The VAE is there. And it's just one clip model. T5XXL. T5XXL. Okay. In that case, copy link address. And that goes in the text encoders. That'll be this line here. And then the VAE. No VAE? I guess the VAE is actually in the model. That's weird. Well, I mean, it's got one right there. I mean, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Doesn't it have it built in? I don't think it does. Well, we're going to use the GGUF anyway, so we need an external VAE. It's kind of sketchy that it's like got no name. You know what I mean? Anyway, copy that. Go to the VAE. It'll still work. It's just going to be called the Fusion PyTorch model. I guess it's fine though, because you know what it's for, don't you? It's for what you want to use right now. So obviously we need to pick up a bunch of stuff, but let's see what we've got. DJZ nodes, yeah. Oh, okay, so a lot of that stuff is for the face swapping, look. So if we eliminate the face swapping stuff, so it's just the video. What's all this prompt stuff? What's this? Okay, so now install missing nodes. And then this is actually fact finding, because there we go, we just get that and add it to here. Save that. I think that might be all I have to do. To make it, you know, to finish that, basically. Oh, but this is wrong. So go to that. Pick that there. I mean, this doesn't even bloody work, but it's supposed to. It's supposed to make this the workflow that you get when you first open it up, but it doesn't actually do it. I don't know why. It might be they removed the feature. So GGUF text encoder, we have a VAE, even though it's got a funny name, so I'll have to remake the yeah. Alright. So then let's test it, shall we? Back. Got to get to Runpod in it and get the address for the file that we've finished writing, which isn't actually there yet. So I guess we've just got to do it. Alright. So if I'm... here we go. Runpod in it. There we go. So I changed a lot of things. Look at that upload speed, man. What's going on? Tiny scripts. Okay. So experimental, untested, but we have an LTXV. So if I go in, pick that, select raw, this is now my address. So I go to my templates and let's just duplicate Hunyuan video. We'll call it LTX video. And in the environment commands, we will use the new one for LTXV, like that. And remember, my Runpod secret is already set up. There's nothing else I need to do. Okay, save that. Done. So what are we going to do? We're going to create a storage. And you know what? Let's find one with an A100 because they were super cheap. A100 SXM. Let me just check that's the right version real quick. Deploy. A100 SXM. No, it's an A40 is what I'm looking for this time. A40. Try and get the cost down, you know? So if I want an A40, we're going to call this one LTXV. What's going on? There's no data centers. Hello? There we go. So I want an A40. Where is that? It's that one. Top left. Okay, no. Oh, Europe. Europe's got them. And Canada 1. Canada 1. And Europe Southeast. So let's go with that one. It's closest. Create. Deploy. Now we're going to pick the A40 because he's cheap. It still has 48 gigabytes of RAM, which is like double what my 4090 has. So this one might not be 4 times as fast. I'll warn you that right now. But we'll see how it goes because we're paying a sixth of the cost. Okay. All right. We've got it on Hunyuan video. So we're going to change that. If you don't see mine, because these are mine, you can just type DJZ and they should be public. They should come up. But I'll make sure of that. I'll check that they're in public mode. It should be. They should all be public. Okay, so comfy LTX video, and then I just click deploy. And then we sit back and watch the build process. Pretty much. But yeah, like I said, if you go to my GitHub and you click on the link. Where is it? Here. If you click on this link here, you don't need to do anything really. All you need to have, because some models require you to have your Hugging Face key. Some models, not all. And so to prevent you be missing those, you just gotta, like I say, oi. You just gotta go into secrets and create a secret called HF with your read Hugging Face key. That's all. Super simple. Where are we? Pods. Right. When it's starting up, same process. Remember, the system has to unpack first and then it'll run your container. Okay, so don't panic. And then eventually the connect button will appear. It'll allow you, but you just got to wait. Make sure make sure it's actually finished and ready. So we'll just wait for that to happen. Okay. And then with any luck, we'll be able to get either bigger video or longer video. I don't know. I mean, if you ran it on a faster, you might be able to get faster video. That'd be interesting. But that's partly what I'm trying to find out. And also, like I said, people were asking for Runpod options. So this is how I'm trying to provide Runpod options. Speaking of which, I need to understand how I did... Because I fixed this and I fixed this, but I didn't see these two. So I need to know what these are using. Right, edit template. It's using an AI doc template, so I don't have to worry about that. Or do I? Oh well. Like I said, unless I've run it recently, I've had to mark it unstable. So look at this one. AI doc. Yeah, it's using theirs. So it should be still working. It's not my provisioning script, it's just, as far as I can tell, it's theirs. Okay. Let's have a look. Damn, 5 days? 2 months? Damn. Okay. Anyway. because obviously they're public, you know what I mean. Container is not running. I think it is. Yeah, it's doing it. Okay, so while this is all doing its thing, we're going. No. Even though that did come out good, didn't it? She came out good in the end. Right. I need my testing workflow. We were looking at that yesterday. No, it's not. Lies. It's on its way. Okay. Make more Runpod go faster. Text encoders. The VAE, like I said, you'll have to pick the Fusion PyTorch model, but there'll only be one. We can close that for now. Put that up there. A little bit of organization. There we go. Right. It's fine. I don't need to run it. As a matter of fact, that's already uploaded. Let's just get to this one. Here he is. Right. So yeah, as I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream, we have new LoRa's. So let's just take a quick look at some of those. Can we make this? Doesn't matter. You can make it bigger, but it doesn't really matter. Oh well. It's something to talk about, eh? Right. So then, after our big train yesterday, we did a whole bunch of Quen VL recaptioning on a bunch of my old models. So what we've got is we've got Cyber Ninja 2. This is going from Epoch 1 down through to Epoch 10. So I think it's a toss-up between 7 and 9, as usual. I think I kind of like the aesthetics of 7 a little bit more. But in many ways, you can tell it did benefit. E9 is closer to the what was trained. Okay. Obviously, E10 it's starting to break into some really foundational stuff that isn't really, well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. But this is kind of like a famous face. So I'm thinking, like I said, 7 or 9 on that one. There was also DJZ Cutaway, which we trained yesterday. And again, I think it's probably 7 or 9 again. I actually prefer 9 in this case, mostly because of this one. It's just quite tight. But some of the earlies were actually really interesting too. Like, what the hell was that? Okay. And also, there was a fair argument to make that some of these really early ones are actually better. Because it's like, the actual detailing in what I was training wasn't very good, and so you could argue that when it's combined the base model knowledge with what I've been training, this is actually improved. And remember, these are 512 by 512 previews, not full res 1024. Then we got Insect Overlords, which actually produced some really interesting post-apocalyptic illustration streets type thing. Okay. A little bit sketchy. This is an this is a really old model, which is retrained. I'm not sure. There weren't many images in this one, and I think the less images there are, the more likely it's going to be 10. But it does, because it doesn't seem overtrained. If you see, like, there's big jumps in what's being portrayed each time. Big jumps, and it's more detail, and this is closer to the training, so it might be that this actually is an E10, which is quite rare. But I think, like I said, it's because there weren't many images. It was quite small, probably like maybe 12 or 20 images, I can't remember. And then we have Thora Redblade. Now, Thora was originally like a synthetic person project I did in 2023, which was to create this synthetic character, right? And did it in SD 2.1, retrained now in Flux using QuenVL. It starts off, look, this is something really interesting. See, our brains are really good at detecting the differences with human faces. So this is actually a really good exercise for showing how it learns the details, okay? So if we're talking about similarity, if we go down to the end, this is very much like the character. The face is almost nailed, right? It's the same character in every image, sure, but the minute details in the face, like whatever it is that you notice about this face, if we go back to E1, most of it's not there. So yeah, it's got the red hair and the blue eyes, it's got all the obvious stuff, but you know, the shape of the face, the shape of the jawline, all the little minute details, they don't really express until you keep training a bit. And then as you go down through the training, you see it gets closer and then it gets looser. And that's the sine wave. There's the side, then it's an S on its side. It's an S that's fallen over. That's the graph that's used with cosine. So you can actually see it gets closer, and then it relaxes a bit, and then it gets closer, and then maybe actually overtrains a little bit. Yeah. So you can see the hair's starting to go a little bit mental. So usually E9 is the sweet spot. Usually. Okay. But we're only testing random seeds right now. So it's not the best comparison, and it's half res, which does affect the output. So I kind of liked E7, but if I'm being honest, E9 is more accurate. So it's the same thing. It's always the same thing. You have to kind of pick, you know, quality versus honesty, I guess. Right. So, but yeah, it definitely learned all of the hallmarks there. There's also a fifth model called Genesis Next, which pretty much shows the exact same thing in the abstract. So you can see it's learning these three fractal designs over and over and over again until it hits like epoch 7, where it seems to peak, and then everything from this point becomes randomly disorganized. It loses its uniform or repeating nature until you get to epoch 10, where it's like, it's cool, it looks cool, but it's like totally not what it's supposed to be. It's like fractal style as opposed to actual fractal, right? Even though this is still just a AI dream of what it thinks it is, it's much closer to what it should look like, especially when you look at like the orientation of the spheres around the sphere, things like that. That all falls apart. So these are the little things you're looking for with finding the best convergence point, because you don't want to publish a model that's actually collapsed. All right. So all of the things are in the folders. So we just need to pick a model. Let's just make sure we're not burning the universe up. Let's have a look. Oh, it's ready. Okay, time to switch gears and jump into LTX real quick. Oh, stuff's different here. I hope it's not broken. I can see it now. Something breaks and the company contacts you. Just use ChatGPT to get it to fix it. You can use ChatGPT to fix that. And they don't. Alright. Comfy UI. So this will be our second run pod of the 24 hours. If it works. If not, then I'll fix it and it'll work tomorrow. That's usually the pattern. But it should work. Should just work. That would be really bad PR. I don't know. In about 5 years, when everyone has a ChatGPT, they might be able to get away with it. Just use... Oh, yeah, you can just use your agent to fix that. Don't worry about it. Your agent can fix that. Because the thing is, it probably will. It probably will be able to. Alright, so we obviously need that LTX workflow. So let's drop that in and see what we got. We are missing all kinds of things. But do you know what? Do you know what? Wow, this is a really old version of Comfy. Right, so first things first, update Comfy. Restart. Should tell me to restart in a minute. It's a little bit concerning that these don't run though. I feel like it's because, well, as far as I know, those are Comfy custom nodes. That confirm. Reconnect. Now we've got the new Comfy, because some of them are built into Comfy Core, so that's why some of them are missing. But I was a little worried because it looked like a few of them that were missing were actually custom nodes that should have been downloaded. Oh, how wrong was I? Okay. Can delete that. Can delete that. Right, let's just make sure everything is in place. So this will be LTXV Runpod, and we've got our model. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. That, I don't think we've got clip. Nope, no clip. We've got the thing. So why no clip? Why no clip? Let me just have a look at my version of this real quick. Yeah. Clip. Don't tell me it's in the wrong folder. This one, he said put it in text encoders. Right, let me check. He said put it in text encoders. Hang on. Models. Text encoders. That's not where it goes. That's not where it goes, guys. It doesn't go in text encoders. I just need to make sure I'm not mental real quick. Hang on. I must be insane. Comfy UI examples. Ain't no way. Did he say put it in clip? No, look. T5XXL FP16, put it in text encoders. You go into text encoders, it's not in there. Because it's not in there, it's in clip, isn't it? It's almost guaranteed. Yup, it's in clip. It's right there. And all the other things as well. So again, it's I think he must have made a mistake or things have changed. I don't know. Whatever the case, we're going to have to change the provisioning scripts. Now, it's only downloading one file, so I'm not going to like delete my whole storage, okay? But what it does mean is this is going down, and I just need to move something from column A to column B. Yeah? So again, delete. All right, and then we go over here, and we're in the LTXV, right? Now, we don't need to change the code because I've got a clip and I've got a text encoder. All I have to do is move this text encoder line here and put it here, and then it will be available on the next restart. Because I could have just done it myself, right? But then we'll have a problem next time, and yeah, that's how you do it. This is how you do it. Anyway, you'll see. Unless I'm wrong. And we'll see. I'm often wrong. Okay, A40. Change that template to LTX video. And go. Okay, and then while this is warming up again, because it will take a little bit of time to warm up, we're going to go back to, yep, not this one, this one. I'm going to start continuing with our exploration of these new LoRa's. So I think the first one I want to check out of those is probably Cyber Ninja 2. So let's do that. Let me just move this out of the way. It's getting in the way, guys. Okay. So Cyber Ninja. There it is. XGX Cyber Ninja 2. The new one. So we've changed that. We do need to make a few changes here. I'm not using that anymore. Let's just turn the links back on. We're doing a guff, because I like Shuttle Jaguar in Q8, which is a fine tune of Schnell. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I like Shuttle Jaguar. Yes, I'm just checking stuff. Yeah. LoRa strength needs to be 1. 12 steps. Okay, right, so yeah, it's going to be XGX, should be here. Oh wow, look at that, Ridge Racer. I used the same tag. Alright, 3. So copy clip space, paste clip space, and up 1. You see what we're doing here? Click, instead of going through the list. It's a little tip. Sometimes you can have a very long list, you know. Wait a minute. Paste. Paste. And get the 10th one. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't bother with 1 and 2 because it barely learned anything on 1 and 2 anyway. Oh, that's strange. Why did I do that? Oh, that's much better. Yeah, this is done so that you can hook it up with different clips and different models without having to rewrite the whole universe. Okay. I think that's pretty much everything I need, so just make sure that the seed's on random, which it is, and change the project name, otherwise I'll never find it. So this would be Cyber Ninja 2, and it was using QVL. So this is part of the QuenVL retraining project, where we take old models, retrain them, and then, yeah, we recaption them with the latest vision, and then just retrain the model and see what we get. Let's check on the pod while that's doing its thing. I think it's still starting up. Oh no, it's running. Okay, so let's switch over. User. Try typing password without fat fingers. Okay, Cloudflare. Alright. Text encoders are embeddings. Do you know prompts are embeddings too? Technically. A prompt is technically an embedding. Just a text prompt. Cool interface, bro. We're not downloading it. That's nice though that it offers to download the model now. If it detects a if it detects a model, I like that. Tutorial. Very cool. So let's drop in this beautiful model again. It's crying about reactor, but remember I did not include any reactor stuff because we can do that separately. So again, let's check it out. Have we got the clip? No. Why have we not got the clip? Did I forget to upload it? I did as well. Hang on. I forgot to upload it. I can't... You can't just change it and just expect it to work. I did a boo-boo. I forgot to upload the script. That's my bad. Alright. So what I was supposed to do when I finished uploading, when I'd finished editing, was I was supposed to, no, not high video. In fact, we've got to refresh this completely because it's completely out of date. There isn't an LTXV yet, look. Yeah, I was supposed to update the LTX default script, so let's try doing that first. It does work when you actually update the code. So LTXV default, let's just make sure I have saved it. Yes. Okay. That should actually have been, you know, that should actually take effect now. So storage, deploy, A40, and deploy. So it's easy. It's very easy and quick when you know what it is and all the rest of it. I'll say that much. They make it easy to spend money. System, alright. So let's have a look at Ninja 2. So what was the prompt? Should we bring the prompt? Yeah, can we do that? Yeah, we can. Let's bring the prompt over here so we can see it. Because we're going to get a big grid. That's cool. I love how it's learned the background. Like, I know that's like just a gradient, but it's actually stunning. Because it can just, yeah, make a gradient from this to this, and yeah, sure. So what can we see? E8 looks pretty good. I mean, both of them look pretty good. Do you remember the last time you needed to use the F1 key? Only when I had it bound to something useful. Otherwise, this is annoying. Look, I just pushed it. Look what it did. It's taking me to support.chrome keyboard. See? It's just opened up like... I think if you scroll down far enough, it'll tell you how to be happy. Hang on. Oh, hey. So, a photo of XGX style ninja. Image depicts a futuristic warrior clad in advanced armor standing against a vibrant gradient background of red and orange hues. Character is equipped with a sleek helmeted headpiece featuring glowing red eyes and a visor, suggesting high-tech capabilities. Their armor is detailed with various technological elements, including a shoulder-mounted device and multiple pockets and straps. Okay, I think you, yeah. Okay. This character is ready for action, it says. So, what did it learn over here? I guess the hood and everything gets more aesthetically pleasing. It gets more aligned, like it's a bit of a mess here. And then it's just kind of... It's kind of hard sometimes to say, like, oh, it's this one or that one, or this one or that one. I do think, though, that E9 is looking pretty strong here. This one also looks good, but I don't like how the hose is just a strap. You see here, hose, strap. Now, that could be some technology I don't understand. But it doesn't look right. This looks better. This looks better. Even that looks better, actually. It's a tough one. Just put it on instant mode. But you see how the base model has a lot of knowledge of sci-fi helmets. So you get sci-fi helmets, you know what I mean, at the start, and it slowly turns into this. Stuff like that. And here you've got like a reasonable amount of buckles. And then by this end you have an unreasonable amount of buckles. There's so many attachments, because that's what the style was. The style was quite cluttered. It's a very lightweight armor design. Helmet's solid though. So let's take a look and see how we're getting on over here. Downloading forever. Still downloading the image. Okay. Can you believe it's already coffee time? I brought everybody marshmallows. I hope you like them. Still hasn't changed. Yeah. I suppose that is the last image grid though. They all have to be done. And I think there's a bit of a time between each model change because the patch is different. Oh, nice! Look at that! What's with the pose in E5? I'm back. So anyway, this model was trained on lots of profile shots, but look at this though. So you might think these look good, right? But they don't really learn anything from E8 onwards. Yeah? And extra hand, extra hand, extra hand, no extra hand, and in the profile standing pose, right? So even though this is closer to, wait, this is slightly closer to what was trained, but this is actually better, as in it's not, you know what I mean? Look, we got extra hands, man. It's not the best. So I think it's looking like an E7. Because it's like, yeah, it does get better, but it looks like it might be E7, yeah. It's kind of hard, you know. So what I try to do is I do lots of runs, and I just have in my head, oh, I think it's around 7, and then if I get 3 in a row, which are 8 or 9, you've got to kind of weigh that and just be like, well, I know that overall 9 is best, but 7 was sometimes better at some, you know, so it's and I'm literally just prompting captions it was trained on. And it's still a bit of a lottery if you'll get close to what was trained, to be honest. Because there are billions of seeds. There's another silly news story. OpenAI reports today that they've run out of seeds. The AI just doesn't work anymore. Yes, that's right. I'm afraid we've used them all. There's no more left. We need to create more seeds. And they'll have to, like, get lots of money to buy them, I guess. I don't know. Oh, next one's going to be quite cool. Do you know what it just looks like, though? He just looks like a skier with an unnecessary amount of cabling on him. Like he's a skier that works on a movie set. Cyber Ninja. But again, going from 6 to 7, you can see big differences. But if you go from 7 on, there are very few different, because the way I always say to people, the way to know is like, look at this spread of images here, yeah? From 3 to 4, huge difference. 4 to 5, huge difference, but it's kind of going back to this a little bit, actually. And then going from here to here, it's actually a little bit more in this direction again, okay? It's gone towards more of a person than a robot. And then when you go from here to here, there's not really much has changed. And then it's less and less and less differences. So normally I'd say the learning has peaked here. Sure, it learns a few more little details here and there. And if you really love them, go with that version. But to be honest, 8 is kind of hard to ignore, because look at that helmet. It's very funky. Interesting. The token crisis. We've run out of tokens. What are we going to do? Elon Musk says he's going to go to Mars and get more tokens so the AI won't stop working. There's a dumb movie plot. So there's plenty of unused tokens on Mars. There's no people using AI, so there's, they've got like a full stock. There's loads of them. Oh, okay. So now we're going to get a little environment to look at. I do kind of like this though. This is kind of funky, but it's mostly the base model. Is it really still downloading? It can't be. I think that's just a lies and it's ready. Uh-oh. Apparently it's still doing that. Okay. It's just very slow for some reason. Wow. So it started off with generic bike dude and then became super robotic. Yeah. Then became more man-like, and then went a bit more armoured, and then now he's got a heavy armour helmet, and then it just keeps getting heavier, and it's just building more and more and more armour on him. But look, again, from 8, doesn't learn a thing. You see, if you look at what 8 looks like, sure, you might get like background people might change, unimportant details might differ slightly, right? But the main focus of the image, see, he has this sort of wide, what's that, chamfered thing around his neck, and then that becomes more of a pipe shape, a pipe section, and then it stays that shape. But it does get, he's trying to make it more detailed. Yeah, he's trying to add little details to it, but it doesn't really learn all that much. I mean, you could say, look, he gets the packs back. So it's like, is it straps or is it packs? No, it's straps. It's straps. No, it's packs again. So I guess you could argue the tech that's attached to him becomes more intricate, but I don't think that's a major thing. It's kind of hard to say which is best. It's not that one. That one's got weird mistakes. This one's pretty good, but that's the 10th one, so it's usually overcooked. This one's also got mistakes. I guess it becomes subjective, doesn't it? But what I'm trying to say is there's a huge amount of learning going on between the epochs, and then that learning rate slows down towards the end. And that's why you have to have this sort of test session to actually, actually look at the outputs and be like, which one do I like, basically, And I find it's usually a toss-up between 7 and 9. I find there's very little difference between 9 and 10, but I mean, when we were looking at them, we found a few. I would say overall it's either 7 or 9, and then the way that you can mitigate that, so you don't have to choose either 7 or 9. That's the funny thing. You could actually choose 8 and then advise people to turn up or down the LoRa weight. Sometimes that can shift it. Of course, it depends what you're doing and do you know something? Unless I've done something here, I need to check something. So we're just running the prompt. Okay, and the prompt is... because these just look like adventurer people. High detailed gadget. Okay. Do we have one of those yet? Yeah, we do. Looks a bit like this. Okay, so yeah, it did learn it, but it's just translated a lot of it into photorealism, even though it was like art. What can I do? Say illustration on the loader? Yeah. Where'd I put it? I'll say illustration of. Okay, so the next one should start to see stuff like that. Did we finish this yet? Must have finished it. Wait, what? Oh, that's okay. Oh, yeah, we just got ready. Not ready, he says. But I believe you. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's making some interesting helmet decisions. God, that's more like it. Excuse me, officer. Could you tell me the way to... Hello? Oh, it's a machine. Alright, so... Alright, so there's the comparison that matters. 7, 8, 9, 10. Interesting. It looks like 9. 9 is super cool. But 7 is also cool in its own way. It's funny how the split down the middle turned into this, which makes it look like it's got like an armor plate around the helmet, which is actually kind of cool. I do think it's this one though. Damn, that looks like, oh my god, you know what that looks like? It looks like a Tesla bot, just up-armored Tesla bot. With like crazy braces and armor plates. Look at that, it's like you can see the... the Enforcer bot. Oh wow. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Very Asian sci-fi. I love how it tried to... It was like, oh, is it a person? And then it gave up. Is it a person though? No. Let's settle for 9, yeah. It is. 9 won that. Easily won that one. Are we going to open up? All right. It's time to test. Hopefully it works this time, right? If it does, I can save the workflow and put it up on the inside line. Chuck it in the workflow pack. Done. There we go, we're up to date. Right, now, did we get it right this time? No. How is the clip model not in there? I'm getting, like, perturbed by this. So when I open up my load clip folder, we have T5XXL FP16, and it's in the same folder as Colossus Project Flux and Lava Llama FP8 scaled. Okay, so if I go to my installation and I go to my files, here I am in Comfy Models Clip. There's Colossus. What's going on here? Lava Llama is there, but it's not there. The plot thickens. Why is... Hang on a minute, what's that about? That doesn't make sense. Well, it's weird though, because I put... Right, hang on. Debugging mode, debugging. Oh wow! There you go. It's in next one. It's in illustration mode. So, all right, cool. Where are we? Here we are. Maybe. Let's have a look. Let's see what's actually happened. Yeah. So if we go into models. There's text encoders, and it's not in there. So let's just check what it actually says on the LTXV thing online. Online it says clip, not text encoders. So it should be in the clip folder, not the text encoders. Even though I know they said to put it there, I'm just making sure I didn't mess that up. Oh, and it's not in the clip folder either. Not in the clip folder either. Clip. And this worked. So did I get the wrong... Ah! Don't tell me it's because I used the blob. You should never just edit the script like this. You should always do it on your master. But when it is literally just that can't be it, surely. It could. Right. Shut it down! Because bottom line is the model isn't in the clip folder. For whatever reason, it's not there. Like, you know, the other stuff's there. So, oh, and also it didn't download another version of the model. So that thing I did, that change I did, the no clobbering, that works. So not a completely wasted episode, but yeah, does mean I've got to delete it. I mean, is there like a restart option? I've never even seen. Yeah, there is a restart option. Let's see what happens. I've never done that. Normally I just ditch it. So let's just restart it. It might be a bit quicker. Oh, there we go. Look, it's anime now. But yeah, it's kind of retained the style from my training, but only 7 and 9 areas. Probably more 9 in this case. Oh wow. And now it's trying to do stuff like that, but a little bit more polished. It's almost photographic, almost. But no, it is the same style. Okay, cool. It's just hard to tell because it's quite sharp. So now you got that Cyber Ninja look. Alright. What's the prompt? The prompt is illustration of photo. Illustration of photo. I mean, sometimes it's more anime than others, depending on the other, you know. But yeah. Illustration of photo. It's actually just a drawing. Oh, look at these guys. Or gals. Look at these gals. It's pretty good. Not upscaled or nothing. They all had this kind of cracked, scratched sort of aesthetic to it. If you see the original images, oh wait, they're not the original images, but they were, those outputs are very close to the original images. I'm not sure if that was really, you know, that thing, the bug. I'm not sure if that was really it. Models clip. Well, I know it works because I downloaded the clip to the other place. We'll just have to see. I may have like I said, I didn't think that Blob stops it. I thought, but everything else is resolve main, so I'll change that over and see if that does the job. But yeah, now we're starting to see the images that we should be seeing. Again, it looks like E9 is the guy right now, overall. Although E10 isn't bad, it's just a little bit more like E8. I think E9 is the one. It's funny though, the E8's got the trigger word written on his chest. That's good. Okay, so you know, you guessed it, it's time to switch. So what are we going to do next? I think we're going to do cutaway. Cutaway, I don't think we're going to need illustration of, but we'll find out, I guess, won't we? Let's say here. Cutaway. And I think we'll go for width ways this time. And then cut away 3, copy. Paste. Paste that clip space in. And then it's going to be a 10-9-8, you know. Count it down. There. Whoa. 7, 6, 5, 4, and then the last one is 3, and that's done. We've changed that. We've changed that. We've changed the thing. Is there anything else that needs changing? No. Start again. Whoa. Uh-oh. Looks like they gave me a dodgy one. Cutaway V9 is a dodgy. Must have been a dodgy download. Training, cutaway, and Epoch 9. I wonder how many more of them are dodgy. Where is it? Laura's. Testing. Cutaway. Oh! that one as well. 7 and 9 are both not the correct number of bytes. So I'm going to need 7 as well. Okay. So 7 and 9, delete. Okay, got them both. There we go. Refresh. They're back in. Correct. Good. Get back to the thing here. And then R. Refresh the list. And here we go again. Yeah, the Cyber Ninja stuff, it works. It's in the right style. This is the sort of stuff that it was trained on, but this is a bit more sharp. Probably because it's benefited from being 1024 by 1024. But here again, look at this. So look at the differences. You've got person in helmet with, material mask. Then it goes to more robotic. Then it goes to more human. Then it goes to more robotic. Look at these. I love these eyes. It's great. But then the last part, the inch, because you can see the huge differences. It's swinging back and forth, okay? Like it's pinging off the edges of a funnel as it gets closer to the drain, you know? And then what we've got now is we've got this guy with the goggles, and it goes back to human one more time, and then it's like, back to robot, and then you just kind of stay there. But what I'm trying to say is it's like, if you look at the final stages of the training, it gets a brown belt. You know, if you look at this to this, it's kind of like there's bits of all of it, you know, built into everything. It's like, I guess this guy has a funny peak thing going on, whereas this is like more of a shape. You know, you could say that. But then in a way I prefer, this is a more interesting shape anyway. I don't know. It depends. It depends what you're going for. But again, it's a toss-up between 7 and 9. Right, there's some things about 9 that are cool, there's some things about 7 that are cool. I mean, it's kind of resolved by 10, to be fair, in this case. But anyway, we're going to be looking at a completely different setup next. Oh, sheesh, what? You could have an office room in the wing, guys. No one's ever thought of this. No, Fernicar, no. It wasn't corrupted. It was partial download. So basically, when I was downloading them all, I was probably downloading 4 or 5 at a time, and one of them didn't complete. So I had the file, but it wasn't the full megabytes. So no, it's not the first time. And it's totally normal as well. It's nothing to worry about. It just means that my internet didn't download the whole model. It said it did, but it didn't. It happens. Just so you know, LoRa's that are all of a different checkpoints, different epochs of the same train, they will always be the same. They don't change in size, because you're just reshuffling the numbers inside of them. Yeah, an apartment in a Boeing. Yeah, that's what I mean. Hey man, listen, if you could get an old plane that's not legally allowed to fly, it's probably not worth much. You could probably just like strip that out, turn it into a nightclub, restaurant type thing. Hey, wait a minute. I'm sure they've done that with trains, you know, turn them into restaurants. Wow, look at that. Look at this. This is crazy stuff. Love it, dude. Whoa, everyone's sitting sideways. I've never seen sideways seating in a plane. Can you imagine? Like, you put the food on and it's all going backwards. Everything's sliding to one end of the room. Whoa! Okay, now that is a very creative use of old plane parts. Yeah, for some reason it's got stuck on a plain prompt, so obviously all of them are going to be variations of this now. We're going to see what each model thinks about. Wait, what's the prompt? What's the prompt? I guess it's gone now, isn't it? Yeah, it's gone. It's on the next one now. So early, it just does a cut section of the plane. It's not too crazy. It just does a cut section of the plane. But then as we start to add in my training, for better or worse, again, 7 looks better than 9. It just does. 6 is a strong contender as well, to be fair. 6 is a strong contender. That is just absolutely crazy. You could put like a pillar here to prop it up and... It's never going to fly, but I don't think that was the goal. See, I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. It's kind of lost the plot a little bit there. What's its next plan? Ooh, now that's cool. I wonder what the prompt actually is. Can we see what the prompt is? Where's the prompt? I know I moved it. Ah, there we go. I moved this. Right. A multi-angle cross-sectional view of a futuristic spacecraft or spaceship. It showcases various sections and compartments of the vessel, including the cockpit, living quarters, technical areas. Design features a sleek aerodynamic shape with orange and white color schemes. Interior is meticulously illustrated, highlighting the layout and functionality of different rooms and systems within the spacecraft. See, this kind of prompt, you give it a better model, you'll just end up with a better image, because it's actually a patch that's drawing from the base learning. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it breaks out of concept mode, and this is what it was trained on. It was trained on this sort of cut section image. It wasn't trained on stuff like this. That is mostly the base model doing this. Even though, look at this, it's got a little nose and like it looks like something out of someone built in a video game. That's classic. And so yeah, look at that, they got a little spaceship down here. These are what I was training. Futuristic sci-fi interiors, you know, 70s style spaceships and space stations, you know. But of course, this is like what happens when you go between, or when you give it an interesting prompt, I guess. It's still cooking these. Oh, wow, look at that. See, some of the early epochs are actually really cool. I like this. Should do it in Gothic style, so it looks like Warhammer 40,000. But yeah, definitely this is the last version. So this is another reason why it might be worth releasing 2 different versions, because they're so different. But we'll see what it does with the next prompt. I really like the style of this grill. Really like the grill. This is actually a really cool spaceship design. What the hell? Oh man. And it's even showing the inside as well. It's beautifully done. And I reckon you could probably make it better with tiled upscaling as well. Jeez. That's so good. Oh, it's going to do some more. Okay, so it's not always... Whoa. Oh. Got these ones as well. Very nice. Tiny little caricature people doing stuff like... Don't know what they're doing. Do you know what they look like? They look like little Victorians. They look like they're from another era. Fernicar, did you add to your notes Gothic Warhammer for the next training combination? Man, this is what I'm saying, dude. We actually do have that style in Not the True World. See, what we're going to do is we're going to blend, like, I'm going to stack this with Not the True World. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we're going to get there, and it's going to be worth doing. But I have to call one of these models right now. I'm liking E7 a lot. It's so tricky, man. It's so tricky. I need to see more examples, really. I find that it sort of bears out in the average. It bears out in the averages. You know, the more you make, the more easy the decision is. You know, it's like more. You just need more data, basically, to figure out the problem. I do like how clean that is, though. Look how clean that is. It's just like a big rocket. And then inside, it's like, looks a bit like Squid Game, actually. I don't know. Like the levels of beds. This is very clean, but this is more interesting. It's got more stuff going on. That grill looks amazing, though. It's like something out of a 50s car or something. Whoa. Okay. So it starts to develop some strange features in E9. Like, we've got like a brace for some reason. You know, fair enough. It's got a brace. But 7 doesn't. 7's just on a pillar. And there's nothing in the sides. Whereas with this one, we've got stuff in the sides. Which would make sense. It's tough because, you know, you get really good ones from the model. But I don't know how you see that. I don't know how you, wait, they have a window? That would be cool. You have like a window going all the way through it. I didn't even think of that. It's people hovering. Makes you wonder, you know, got to look for evidence of overtraining. At the moment, it's definitely a toss-up between 7 and 9 again. Alright, quick, check the pod! See if we've actually got clip models now. I bet we don't. We'll have to check the downloads. Never. Okay, what do we reckon? Still no clip model? I reckon still no clip model. Let's find out. No way, we did it. We did it. Right. LTX Runpodage. Okay. Everything's working. Am I even on Runpod right now? I'm starting to think I may be running this on local or something. I think I am on Runpod. Yeah, I am. Okay. Let's just delete the face swap stuff. Don't need that. Alright, let's test it. Save as. And export. And run. What? Post conv wait. Oh. Christ. So, okay. So that's not good. Alright, fine. We'll get a different VAE. There's always something. VAE's no good. Hang on. Can I get it from here? I know it's cheating. LTXV. So we've got the LTXV checkpoint, which is fun. Don't. We'll do it properly. I need to get the actual VAE though. You know what I mean? Okay. LTXV VAE 0.9.1 save tenses. There it is. Okay, and it's from someone else that makes a gaguff. Sounds good to me. Copy link. This one is no good. Save that. And then you know what I have to do. Goodbye. Oh crap, I did too many goodbyes. I gotta delete that crap and start again. Oh yeah, did you know I got a copyright claim for music the other day? I still need to look into it. Isn't that funny? I don't play other people's music. So I might have to fight them. We'll see. Delete. Okay. So, just to clarify, I had to change this, which means I have to re-upload this, right? Now, hello, Cara de Potato, Cara de Pato, hello and welcome. So let's see. We're just going to replace that. And we're going to replace it with the latest version, which has a different VAE. And then hopefully that should solve this. So yeah, start her up. We're going to LTXV on an A40 for 44 cents an hour. That's actually pretty good value. LTX, let's go. Alright, and then while that's running, we get back to the images. So we're still testing Cutaway 70. And I tell you what, you've got to remember that the early epochs feature more training from the base model. And as you go on, they get better. But I tell you what, E7 is looking tough. That's crazy. E9 is also good. I just like how it's showing us more of an sort of blend of an external view. You know, you get a little bit more of the exterior details. Even this one is nice, but if a little bit like crazy. It's like, what's that? Is this a mining building or something? What's going on here? But yeah, see again, 7 or 9, don't know which. And what I would normally do when it's constantly 7 or 9, I usually go with 8 and just let people use the LoRa weight to end up with, you know, you'll get close to both of these. You can see it's really interesting though. Look at the pod, it's a great example. So they're all looking at this sort of gas pod, or, you know, maybe some kind of Bowser. And then in the next epoch, it's turned into a little tent, little like science room. And then in this one, it's an actual full-on room with a proper cutout. And then on this one, it goes back to being a pod again, but it has a door. It kept the door. So you can see how he's kind of juggling different ideas of how he's going to interpret stuff. You can even see over here, look, there's a cafe there. and then we have a completely different sort of setup here and here. But then it kind of almost goes back to the like a flower shop or something now. I really like how it imagines what people are doing in each room as well. There's good examples of it in the training data, but then it's also hallucinating and implying stuff too. And I just think it's really interesting to see, you know, this is what it expects humans to do, just kind of stand around in rooms. All right. So I should have pushed the update. I just want to make sure I've pushed that update. Where are we? LTXV, VAE. Full Dive Media. The YouTube is getting worse. Cara DePato says, stop smoking. My PC doesn't even run this. It would explode. It's true. What we're running right now is an 80 gigabyte GPU, which is the equivalent of 3 4090s. More than 3 4090s. In fact, it's even bigger than 2 5090s. Furnicar, AI copyright claimed my last video. Link in the Discord. It's true. I'm not making it up. So we've got the new VAE for Kaguf. So I think that's good enough for me. So let's see how the new Runpod is working out, shall we? So we go to logs. And again, we've got to wait for the system to pop up. But as soon as it's up, we can you know, watch its progress in container. There we go, container, and it's up. What? That was fast. All right. All right. Nope. Oh, wow. Cutaway is glorious, dudes. It's so much better than it used to be. Wow. See, it was never good enough for this, but I feel like you could in-paint a building and then do, say, cutaway, and it might even actually imagine what's inside the building. I don't know if that would work, but it would be nice if it did, I think. Look at this, though. This is really good. This is exactly what I was trying to get. And like I said, 7 and 9, both acceptable. In a way, this looks a little bit overtrained compared to 7 this time. It's subtle, but these are all just nice, expressive little shapes and colours and whatnot, right? But then when you get to E9, I don't know, they're still quite expressive, but it seems like they're starting to become a little bit mutated, a little bit warped. I don't know, it's kind of hard. It's really difficult because it's like a subjective thing. It's not like I could say, this is better than that. I mean, like, they're pretty good. But it's like, it's supposed to be like, it reminds me of expressive art where it's not really supposed to be a detailed body, you know, it's just a brush stroke with a dot, but it kind of, you get away with it. Yes. Not quite impressionist, but do you see this sort of thing in coffee shops up on the wall? All right. Okay, so this definitely works. This is amazing. Again, it's a toss-up between 7 and 9. I always end up going with 9. You can see why 7 might be better, though. You can see. It's like there's characteristics. Right. Oh, and look at this. We're on to the next one now. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, 7's actually a disaster here. But 9 is okay. It's actually really detailed, that one. God damn. So you got a whole library and community centre in there. Okay, so let's just stop this one. We're not going to finish that job because we need to go on to insect overlords. So insect overlords, there you go, and then we change this one to insect overlords. These LoRa's were previously released, however, they were trained with auto captioning techniques when I was teaching people how to do that. So insect, there we go. Copy, paste. It's surprising at how complicated the workflow is, at how easy it is to just drop a new thing in. 10. And you can also, like, I don't often sit over it like this. Often what I'll be doing is I'll be doing something else, and I'll just leave this running. But I don't use instant usually. I just put it on, like, I'll say I want 20. And then I'll immediately set up the next set of LoRa's and say I want 20. And then tomorrow when I come in, I'll have like 80 images. And it's easy to just go, yes, it's this one. And then that's what you release. So that's why I do it, you know. Hang on. 9, 8, 7. 7. There we go. 6. 4, and then the last one is 3. Okay, everything else remains the same. So the prompt is going to be different now, the project name is different now, aspect ratio is going back to tall. That's about it. Put that on. Right, now where were we? I can't even remember why it didn't work last time now. Oh yeah, that's right. The VAE was crap in the end. Absolute crap. So let's have a look. Now we have LTX 0.9.1 VAE, which will get installed. So I will make that 215. There we go. And it's doing newsroom prompts, so yeah, let's get one of those. See if it works now. Should do. And it should have worked 2 times ago. Furnicar says all the tables in E9 were the right height. Yeah, it's usually E9 with the training recipe I use. There are elements that can affect that, like the number of images can actually make it be more, not less. Yeah, stuff like that. And then less images as well. Less images requires more training. More images requires less training. That tends to be the theme. It's kind of strange. I mean, we're obviously talking about a specific thing, which is training a concept, style or object. But I just mean, like, you know, the formula that we put out, which you can find for Flux in the general tab. If you go to the pings, you can see it's in here somewhere if you scroll there. And a variation or something close to that will get you good results. Okay. It's the same one I show whenever I do it on stream as well, so. Okay, look at it go. Wait, has it been making videos constantly and I haven't even been seeing the result? Wait, what? Where's the output? Am I crazy? I could have sworn... Oh, wait. These are images on my local. This is the cloud. Don't get too confused. Okay. So, yeah, these are the images that have been made there. Ah, look, see, they look way better than the 512s. This is why you can't judge it based on those little preview images. You've got to do it proper. I would say... I mean, what's going on here? E8 looks cool. For once, E8 actually is looking kind of cool. Okay, so, I mean, look. What is this? 4 seconds at 1280. And it took... That's not the right one. Okay, so it's decoding. It hasn't got a time yet. Soon! Oh! What do we got? Yes! Hey, look, it's the same guy. Okay. Fingers are a bit weird. But that's okay. We could put another table in on top. We could put another table here. Interesting, eh? Do the seeds fixed? No. Fixed. Random. Fixed prompt. Let's change it to randomize the prompt. Fixed. Yeah, it was in string paint mode. So let's just take that off. And now, because it didn't take long. So let's just go straight for 249. Because if it can't do 10 seconds, this is a waste of time. Just saying. It's got to be 10 seconds at 720p or it's just out of the game. Like, there's 1080p 10-second generators on cloud now. So if you can't do that with this, it's a junker. It is a junk. See, really what I want to do is I want to find out, can we go to 20 seconds? So that's what I'm here to find out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just to give some frame of reference. So with the Hunyuan on the cloud, to get a 5-second video at 720p, it's going to take 764 seconds. So we're about to do 10 seconds. So that should be 1400 seconds. That's like 25 minutes. So yeah, for what we're trying to do right now would have taken Hunyuan video 25 minutes. Okay? That's point number one. And I don't think it's going to take that long. Something tells me it's moving pretty quick. Okay, so we'll find out. I already saved that. So this was a 3 seconds, wasn't it? Was it 3 seconds? I think it was 3 seconds. Could have sworn I already downloaded this. Come on. Hey, there you go. Right. If I... So this would be 1280 by 720. This is an H100 again. I don't know how many seconds yet. We'll find out. And how many steps is it? 32 steps. 32 steps. And I think it's 3 seconds. I'm not sure. Find out. Okay, and then we need to get the log to find out how long it generated it. How long? 160 seconds. Are you kidding me? 160 seconds. Is that all? That's insane. Okay, so then, wait. No. There's no way it's finished. Okay, yeah, that was the other one. Whoa. Okay, so that was the other image type that's in this set. Was the street scenes. It's 9. Yeah, it's 9. Isn't that funny how the cars are the same and they've got a different angle? It's interesting. But anyway, yeah, I think 9. 8 is nice, but we've got like this building which is really famous and doesn't need to be there. It could be a poster, yeah. It could be a movie that I don't know what it's about. So yeah, we're gonna. This is nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, so what I think is we'll let it do the next one, and then start. I'm going to start switching it over now. We still making that video? Yeah, we are. But we're asking it for something crazy, which would have taken a while to make on my PC. Okay. Okay, so that's correct. That's correct. So I need to change it to say Thora. Or is it just Red Blade, I think? Yeah, Red Blade. Okay, so Thor Red Blade, change that. Now we got to get the prompts. Oh! Oh! Have I not even got that in the folder? Doi! Oh, I forgot to download it. Well, I mean, I can't really blame Civic for that, can I? Right. Forgot to even download them. I must have done the images and ran out of time before the stream started. I think that's what happened, yeah. Right, here it comes, everybody. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. 10 seconds. 10 seconds of 720p. Which isn't even really... Ooh. Apart from the desk being kind of like... Whoa, he started to glitch out at the end there, but that wasn't bad. Alright, well, you know what I have to do, right? I gotta double it. So 500 next. There's probably 489, I bet, is probably what we're aiming for. So I want to see 20 seconds, please. And let's get the stats on that. So the stats... It won't be 160. 322 seconds. 322 seconds. So let's put that in the thing. 322 secs. And it was 32 steps. 1280 by... It's actually 730 something, but I'll just say 720, okay? 10 seconds. Let's just download that and then put it in the post. There. I'm trying to get an idea of, you know, how much... how quick... Do you know what I mean? What's the logistics here? Because it doesn't matter what they charge per hour if it's so slow that it takes 3 hours to get the job done. You may as well go for the expensive option, do it in an hour. I don't know, that's just my opinion. You know, you've got to take speed into account. So, it's now going to do something that I can't do. I can't do that on my PC. So this is like, what's the point of doing it on Runpod if you can already do it on your PC? Well, there are limits. I can't do 20 seconds in one generation. I don't even know if it's a good idea. It might be bad. It might be a very bad idea. But let's give it the chance. Doesn't we have it up here? Look, VRAM 47. So we are using 40 gigabytes of memory right now. More than that. We're using like 42, maybe 42 gigabytes of VRAM. Okay. So it might be that we could actually double it again. But like I said, we're exploring right now. This is an exploration thing. Building it on Runpod means we can break through our limits, as in the limits that are normally afforded to us by our local hardware or by whatever provider that we're running with. Because, you know, if you're running on a cloud platform, they're not necessarily going to give you a direct access to a comfy workflow like this. All right. Okay. Rant over. But yeah. So looking at the results, what we have is we have 160 seconds for 3 seconds, or 322 seconds for 10 seconds. So I'm hoping to do somewhere in the region of 650 seconds, if it's linear. It might not be linear, see, to get 20 seconds out of it. I already have a load of, because I can do the 2-stage method, where I save my latents and then load them, and I can do 10 seconds at 720p on my 4090 now. I can already do that. It is tight, but I can already do it. Whereas when you're in Runpod, we can see what the model can actually do when you just give it loads of power to play with. So, all right. We've looked at insect overlords. It's time to download Thora. We even started yet? I could have sworn I started. No? Okay. Oh boy. It's come on. That's one. It's not the one I clicked on though. How about we try that again? There you go. Let's get 3 at once, otherwise we'll be here all night. Uh-huh. Oh, man. You could do a backflip in the time it takes to click the button and have it actually do it. One, 2, 3. Hang on. Why am I counting? We have the technology. Quick. Oh, it took like 8 seconds, maybe. And I know I did the same one twice. It's fine. All right. Downloads. Oh man, are you serious? Does it not actually finish downloading any of them yet? Chrome, what are you doing? What the f is going on? It's making a right pig's ear of this. All I wanted to do is download a couple of them. And by the way, in case you wonder, why don't I do the download all? Well, I don't need all of them, and it takes longer for some reason for them to all be packed up sometimes. I don't know. Like, to be packed together. Oh yeah, and that's a mirror. It's not 2 shoulders. It's just a weird image, but yeah. I was wondering about that, and then I checked the data set. Okay. There were mirrors in the data set. Have we finished yet? Right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. That's all I needed to see. What? Why is it all... Oh, Christ. Do you know what? I'd already downloaded it after all. I just never copied it yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn it. Waste of time. I hate wasting time, guys. Alright, let's put it in here. Alright, at least that didn't take 10 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 0. And now it's complete. So, we can finally go back to where we were. Press R to refresh all the lists. and we get to do some Thora testing. There we go, Thora Redblade. So this is quite interesting because, like I said, she's a synthetic character that I designed in 2.1768, and she was used as the basis for the character of the Thora anime dataset, because I wanted it to be guided by something. That was my solution for consistent characters back in the day, was just to, you know, train a character and use that, right? And then it's consistent. Just gotta do a little training. Seven, 6, 5, 4, and then I think that's it. We're ready to launch. Thora, okay. Let's go. Okay. This last image in that set, though, was really cool. Look at this little robot spider. What's crazy, though? Why have we got a tiny boat? We've got a tiny motorbike here. Damn it! That means that 7 is best. But 7 has weird legs. 7 has arms or something. None of the rest do. Oh wait, these two do. This one looks weird. This one, I don't know, I think you get away with that one. But it looks small. I don't know, I guess they all look small, don't they? So that's E10. There's your E7. And then this is normally the winner, but I think that one's not very good. It's the little bike, and the, you know, there's a few things that throw it off. You're like, ah, missed the mark. Like trash spiders. Good idea. If I remember right correctly, you told in a live stream that you showed the mistakes too, so it's more realistic. Yeah, true. Very true. I do try. I do try. Because otherwise, I'm just one of the cherry picking masters, you know? And I did that for years. Cherry picking master. See, that's not bad. Considering that was coming out of... you can even see the Flux 2.1 heritage. You can actually see, well, I don't know, it's to me, these teeth, this skin, the eyes sometimes. These are actually pretty good. Usually you'd get misshapen pupils, yeah, weird white, shades of white. She does look a bit strange. See what I mean? They don't, like, human brain can pick up on this stuff so quick. But it's like that pupil and that pupil don't match, and there's a gap. See, there's the gap between the pupil and the edge of the iris is not right. The pupil's not centered, and it's like stuff like that. Like, if it matches, you're okay. But if it doesn't match, it makes you think, like, is her eye on some funny angle? See what I mean? I mean, and it could be. It could be on a funny angle. It could just be the lighting or any blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, like, your brain sort of figures all that stuff out in, like, a microsecond. Ah, starting to get a bit more Thora-esque. A little bit less. A little bit more. Ah, now it's starting to fix the other eye. And then, so again, 9. 9 looks good. 10 isn't overtrained for once, which is kind of surprising. I thought it was going to be. I did think it was going to be. And remember, we can always do upscalers which have been trained with skin data to, you know, get pores and things like that back. So I'm not too bothered about that. I wonder which is better, this one or this one? Oh, that's tough. Let's have a look at the side by side and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, and we need that LTX video because it's probably nearly finished, doesn't it? Quick, save it, quick. Oh wait, no. That's the same one. Okay, it's not quite done yet. That's okay. So here she's looking straight at the camera. And here she's looking straight at the camera. Everywhere else she's looking slightly off camera. Oh wait, and here as well, I guess. E5. Which is also pretty good. I'm thinking it's either... Well, 7 is good, but that eye is a bit blurry. I think it's 9. Wait. She's got a bit of a green hand. Bit of colour bleeding. Yeah, I think it's colour bleeding from all the other colours and lights and everything. Look, there's a light there. So I think it's like, oh, you must have a blue shadow. The teeth are weird, man. Do they even line up properly with the skull? I don't think they do. I think 9 is winning right now. It's tough. It's real tough. Right. Oh. Any minute now. Okay, well that's not on instant, so I can come back to that. It'll just not have a percentage on the top there. So, oh, we're going to a different type of image now. Nice. 7 doesn't even look like her properly yet. 8 doesn't look like her properly yet. 9 does. It's the subtlety in the face, and then in fact 10 is almost going away from it again. So. Because I know I know my character. Like, this character has a longer face. This character has wider cheeks. They might even be, like, they're way more pronounced. It's such a slight thing, isn't it? That's Thora. Like, that way. These bottom two, they're Thora. That's Thora-esque. That doesn't look anything like her. 9, yeah, it's 9. And considering this character was created, like I said, she's fully synthetic. And she comes from Stable Diffusion 2.1. But retrained in Flux. Even all this clothing stuff, that's what all the clothing stuff looked like. I could show you the originals. See, it's tempting to get something that's more lifelike. But I'm trying to train a character. So like I said, you look at that, it's a woman with red hair in the outfit. That's like a Thora cosplay to me, because I know what the face looks like. Anyway. That one's kind of close though. I think it's the short hair. Because she, you know, obviously I didn't want it to have one haircut, so I trained loads of haircuts into this character. But often it'll be the short hair variant that I'm using. Uh-oh. Do you think that's a good sign, guys? I don't think that's a good sign. So we're going to take it back down to 249. In fact, no, I'm going to take it down to 121. And we're going to try upping the res now. I'm just going to double it. I don't think it'll work. I think it'll be like, nope, get out of here. But this is why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for research. Time? What, the time it took to make a black image? Sure. It took 882 seconds to make a black, to fail. So yeah, I mean, it might be that it's just too long. Do you know what I mean? It's just too long. Make two 250s, you know, it's not a big deal. But I wanted to see what would happen. Now I know. You can't just go higher, 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 because eventually you'll just get a black video. So now we'll trying to make it, just make one giant. This is also a bad idea too. But I'm, like I said, I'm like falsifying ideas right now. Yeah. As we wrap up with our Laura session. Oh wow, what the hell? So, how many women are in this? How many women? 1, 2, 3. I think there's 3. This woman, and this woman here. She doesn't really change much from 9 to 10. But there are subtle changes from 7 to 8. Like if I said, what actress, literally, this is so good. Because our human brain, you know what I mean? Right? Type in the chat, what actress does she remind you of? Right? What does she, who is she similar to? She doesn't have to look like anyone. But I'm saying, is there an actress you can think of that face reminds you of? Right? Try to ignore the hair colour and stuff, because, you know, you can put a wig on, right? But the sorts of actresses that I think of that look like this is a different actress now. It's very similar. It's similar, but there are features that make me go, that's a different woman. And again, like this one almost looks a bit like the chick from the Orville. A little bit, just a little bit. And then here the face gets a bit longer again. Yes, seems to be a singer from a band named Pink, and then Full Dive, don't remember the name. Yeah, don't worry. It doesn't matter if you can remember the name, just if you can get it in your head. Because this is the funny thing about the final stages of training. Like if I put all those 4 faces up at once, you can see like she looks a bit like a chick that was in Game of Thrones. She looks like a completely different chick. So anyway. Like I said, it's so subtle. And when you include the first look, it's even more obvious with the first 4. Look, see this? Okay, that's a person. That's a person. That's a person. This is the most Thora-esque lookalike out of the bunch. And then it goes into someone else. So there's, yeah. In fact, the funny thing is, this is actually the best one. Oh no! This one's actually better than that one. Oh no! And that's when I start getting scared that I've like hilariously overtrained the model and I only needed 6 epochs. What am I doing? You know? But don't worry. Just trust the process. Ah, yes. The Orville's a great show. Love it. I mean, they had Norm Macdonald in a sci-fi show, and you know, how can you not watch that? Fernicar says, E7 singer from Pink, E8 main character from a movie about girls that sings and dances, can't remember the name. Yeah. But I think you can see what I mean. Like, she's a completely different. That, like, there's lots of different, very, like, and the joke is, it's such a small change. It's such a small change from epoch to epoch. But you can see, you know, oh yeah, that's a completely different woman. And I've always thought this is quite interesting. It's like a human evolution thing. We're able to spot, like, hundreds of different micro features in a human face. And it's so that we have familial ties. Well, apparently. It's all to do with nurturing young. The singer known as Pink is actually named Alicia Beth Moore. It's a very pretty name. Right. How are we doing? Ah, we're going to get the next one soon. Good. Oh my god, it's making it. I reckon it's going to be black again, guys. I really do. 2:15. We aren't as good to identify Asian. Yes, but Asians are, because they evolved with that knowledge and how to do that. See what I mean? It's all about that's evolution for you. You know, you're good at what you're good at, and people on the other side of the planet are good at the same thing but different. Same but different. It's one of those. It's the meme. So, yeah, like we can all tell ourselves apart without, like, subconsciously. But it's an interesting one for AI, because obviously when you're considering a thing that doesn't exist, it could look like anything, couldn't it? Oh my goodness, dude, is that amber? It's like it's going through different face shapes, and I'm seeing different famous actresses, you know, a little bit. But yeah, you can see that aside from it's E9. It's E9. Not even a contest. It's E9. With her crazy 70s backpack. But yeah, that looks like these look like, again, same things happening. They're different women. Just very, very slight change. Completely different person. But yeah, this is E9 all day. That sucks. Alright, well, I've got to falsify my falsification. So 2:15, we're back to 105 at 1280, so let's put it to 121 for the full thing, and we'll make one again. So yeah, not a possible thing. What's that? 388 seconds to basically say black screen of death. If I get another black screen now, I will restart the pod just to be sure. But I think what's going to happen is I'll get a video now, and you know, it'll work basically. But what we found is that there isn't really an advantage, I don't think, because you can't make it higher res, and you can't really make it longer. You can do 250. Well, maybe you can't do 250 at home. So this would be a way to get 720p for 10 seconds at home. Okay, so it's not without value, but I was hoping to get some more capability from this. I will say though, this is the cheapest one, right? So this is way cheaper. The other one was like $3 an hour. This is 44 cents an hour. Okay, so I always tell you, buy a GPU. But if you don't, or you can't, this is your alternative. Because when the customer's paying, you're not. Okay? Something to keep in mind. If you've got a job you need to do, or you know somebody who wants you to do something like this for you, you can let them pay the costs. And more, because you're working, right? You're working. But that's up to you. I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs. Eggs. So how is she doing? Yeah, it's E9 again. E9 all day. Should we put it in illustration mode just to see how she responds to that? I think we will. So we'd say illustration of usually works pretty well. See how she was designed to look like a 60s TV show character? Yeah, like a, I don't know, not Doctor Who, but like that kind of old look. See, she's wearing the old sci-fi stuff. Anyway. Yeah, no, don't quit your day job, my guys. Definitely, unless you're starting to make like a lot of money regular, don't quit your day job. I do a lot of stuff for my main. You know, I'm in IT, so I'm already doing computer stuff, right, constantly all day. A lot more AI stuff now, obviously. But a lot of the work is just simple stuff. They don't even want to know about AI. They want their internet to work. Right. How are we doing? Are we still making like Twiggy images or something? Yeah, it looks like it's making like TV show stuff. So I'm going to cancel this run. Ahaha! It's working again, and it's working perfectly. Okay. Okay. So that means this is good to go. Let me just get my template, copy it, and add it to the init. Add. Okay, so this would be what? Comfy, UI, LTXV, stable. There we go. Commit. There we go. Wait. That's not the right... Crikey. What's happened here? What's all this then, eh? I copied the wrong one, didn't I? Yes. That was not clever. No. So I'm trying to find the right tab. What tab was I in? This one. I'm going to get the right link, otherwise people are going to be very confused. Oh, there. There we go. Commit. There we go. That's better. What is going on with the internet? It's driving me mental. It's like a good 3-4 seconds for anything I try to do tonight on internet. Very strange. Okay. Alright, so there it is. If I just refresh that, it will actually show up. So there it is. We got Hunyuan and LTXV both running on the Runpodage. Don't forget the A40 is cheap. Okay. I did show you guys that. Like I said, if you go to the prices, you will notice that even though we used the H100 early on in the show tonight, we ended up going down to the A40. Still works, just not as fast. But it's not so slow that you end up wishing you'd bought the fast one, okay? It's not that, you know, the price difference is big enough that it doesn't matter that it's slower, okay? But it's always up to you. Yeah, depends what you're doing. I would guess even the A100 would actually be still $2 an hour, though. You know what I mean? It's like 4 times the price. Anyway, I think we've made our point on all this. So let's shut that down. Don't forget to shut the pod down. Save that. Alright. Shut it down. Shut it down. It's the end. Well, the end is just the begin. Just another new beginning, guys. Okay. Shut that down. Shut that down. Okay, so next up, training LTX. That's what's coming up next. Not tonight, though. We're at the end of the show now. It is 10:30 on a Saturday night. I'm going home to eat and sleep. But it's been awesome to have you all guys here looking over my shoulder while I've been messing around tonight. Thank you for all the questions. Thanks for getting involved. To all the regulars sitting in the chat, thank you so much for being so positive and contributing on our beautiful Discord that we're building up together. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be starting a little bit early. All right, tomorrow. We always start a bit early on Sunday. You don't have to be early. I just like to be because we usually have so much to look at. All right. So I'm glad that we managed to finish testing all these LoRa's. They're all going to be up on Civet for download. We're probably going to end up training a couple of new ones tomorrow, but I don't want to give too much away because I'm going to see you tomorrow.
You're listening to 5below5.uk radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the last few weeks. Thanks for listening. You can check them all out on my SoundCloud and on Bandcamp. So why not go over to 5below5.uk and check out our YouTube tutorials as well. I've built over the last few weeks. Thanks for listening.